I don't know I don't know like
Yeah,
institutional investors. Like, where do you
right.
start? Where do you go for information? What was your story around that?
Yeah, so I think that's a great question, and it ties back to something you said earlier that I thought was spot on. A lot of people who do this kind of build up into it, right? They, like you said, they read ink, they follow startup companies, they talk to people who are starting businesses, which I think is great. I've seen a lot of, Clubhouse is a really popular place for kind of the startup conversation to be happening. And for me, I had from previous kind of forays into working with startup companies and being in kind of the technology space. I had a few contacts in the venture capital industry, and I had some
Mm,
folks I could bounce ideas off of. And I also knew, because I was connected, to a lot of tech founders. I knew other founders, and I talked with them, about what it was like to raise money and who they would recommend talking with, right? And I got a lot of sort of positive references on a few investors. And the very first investor that said yes to us was Invest Detroit Ventures in Michigan. And Invest Detroit is a just really solid group of people, and it took me some time to get a meeting. I got an introduction from somebody, got a meeting, we pitched them. Took some time for them to get comfortable with the idea and believe in it. But that first vote of confidence goes a really long way, and it doesn't just go a long way for us, sort of emotionally, right? This is the first person outside of the founding team that really believes in the business enough to write us a check. And I think it was $50,000 or maybe 75,000 at the time. And that makes a huge difference when you're when you're starting out. But Patty Glaza, who's the managing director there, she took the time and had the confidence to make that move. And so that was really impactful for us. And the other way that it creates momentum is when you have investors tend to be very interested in who else is investing, right?
mm,
They have
mhm.
FOMO of missing out on deals that are going to blow up and do really well. And so they often look for signals in the market, right? They look at other investors they respect and see what they're doing. And so having the first investor is probably the biggest hurdle to overcome. And we raised, so that investment from Invest Detroit rolled into a $1.5 million round that we closed in March of 2019. So over a few months we raised some money and got that whole round together. But I met with about 130 investors, and we had
Oh,
about 12 who ended up investing.